Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Peachy and this is Plant and Style. Today's video is going to be my top 10 favorite plants for the month of June. Okay, so I've done this once before. I've had the least amount of views in that video of all the videos I've ever made. So I figured I have not established enough credibility for you guys to care about what my favorite plants is for the month. So I didn't do it again because I just didn't want to waste my time doing videos that nobody would want to see. So you gotta let me know, guys, if you are into this kind of video or if you like me to keep doing this kind of favorites videos, then please do let me know by liking this video or leave it in the comments down below, because I do like to make this for you because it's the easiest thing, it's the easiest content to make in my opinion, and it's the most fun because who doesn't love talking about their favorite plants each time, right? So I'm going to do a second attempt and hopefully this video will do a little better than last time. But anyhow, I'm going to start with my number one favorite plant of all time, and that is my MONSTERA Thai constellation. I know it's not, it's very popular right now. The prices are going down. It's been tissue cultured a few more times over. So the quality of MONSTERA Thai constellation that we see nowadays is not that great, but I'm very happy to actually was able to snag one with higher color. Although when I purchased this plant back in January 12, 2022, I looked it up before filming, obviously. I got this plant with decent variegation, but not, I wouldn't call it like highly variegated at that time. I had high hopes though. Yeah, here's the picture of how it looked back in January 12 when I received it. I found this in Facebook Marketplace. It was shipped to me from New York. So right around that time, it was winter, January, so it's still very cold, and I received it without any kind of insulation. It just came with peanuts, with packing peanuts, and it was very traumatic. As you can see, it looked beat, very, very sad, right? So on top of that, it had long aerial roots, but I guess because of cold damage, 80% of it was rotted. So I trimmed it right away. I trimmed to the extent of the rot, and I soaked it with diluted solution of hydrogen peroxide. My formula is 1/3 hydrogen and 2/3 water. And I soaked it for, I think, 30 minutes. I propagated it in water. After I put it in water, it rotted again, and I had to trim it one more time and do the same process. So it took a long while before it started to do something, to like started to root for me. So it was very, very scary, to be honest. Give you a close-up look of the roots all around. So this was the original aerial root that rotted, and this is where I chopped it up. I didn't think that I was gonna be able to revive this plant. I was very nervous as well because this was probably like my second rare plant purchase at that time. The first one was the MONSTERA ALBO, which you'll see later. I paid $350 plus shipping, and it ended up being like 363 something. So that for 2 leaves, top cut, that was expensive. And today I am happy to share with you the amount of growth that I have gotten from this plant, and I couldn't be more proud. Hold on, it's right here, right in front of me. Here she is currently, guys. I am so proud. Okay, actually I have one more of the original leaf. It's right here. This was the leaf, and the other one I've removed it because it was already halfway crisped. But I chopped it off because it was also like in the way and it was growing wonky. Cannot believe the amount of cream that I am getting with this plant. Like finally like fully acclimated in my environment, and she's been so happy since then. The first few leaves were reverted into a juvenile form. Not juvenile really, it's still pretty mature because of all the fenestrations, but I lost, as you can see over here, I lost the secondary fenestration, and it went back to a younger form, but it is slowly coming back leaf after leaf, and I am here for it. I am so excited to see more of its future leaves, because look at the newest leaf. We are pretty much back in action. The secondary fenestrations are back, and it's creamier than ever. My goodness, this plant is bringing me so much joy. And if there is one plant that I have to keep in my collection, well, you already know. We've been through a lot. This plant is like my child now. All right, so the second favorite plant for the month of June is another Monstera. And like I mentioned already, I know I slipped a little bit over there, but my Monstera ALBO, my very first rare plant in my collection, is the second favorite one. I guess I can say that next to the Monstera Thai constellation, that this plant is actually my second most favorite plant in my collection as well. And part of it being is because just like the Thai, we've been through a lot as well. So with this plant, I started her as a one leaf, one node cutting. It was a rooted cutting with a small growth point that's already out. My specimen initially was mediocre because it was cheap at that time. It cost me $250, I believe, for just one leaf, one node back in that day. So I have already propagated this plant and splitted it into 4 different plants. First one I'm going to show you is right here. Sorry, but I guess it's a set of plants because they're all connected. It's technically 4 plants, but they all came from one plant, so it should count as just one. But I wanted to share my journey with this plant. So this is the mother leaf. This is the origin of all of my Monstera ALBO. And funny thing is, when I propagated this plant, because it was very leggy, I actually thought that the node was spent, that I chopped it too short, that it was no longer going to give me more growth. It was still alive, but it didn't grow anything for months and months, and I'm running out of space. So I uprooted it and took it out of its pot and out of the substrate and just put it in a vase of water, just to like be a decoration, just to continue to live until it wants to perish, you know what I mean? But I wasn't expecting any kind of growth from her. Few months in the vase of water. I don't exactly know when this happened, but when I was going to change the water in the vase, I found a growth point on this guy, and this is what came out of it. It has a new leaf as well that is looking very creamy. So this plant right here, this is the bud cut, and it's actually a bonus plant, which makes me want to keep her also, because right, this is the beginning of it all, of like my obsession with like variegated and more rare plants. So it all started with this leaf. Can you believe it? It's amazing. So yeah, so I guess I'm going to keep her now since she wants to live. Okay, so another cutting, the first ever leaf that came out of that plant is this leaf. And I have propagated her also, and this is what it looks like now. So it's starting to mature. This is her first fenestration, and it came 3 right away, and I can see that it's also pregnant, and it's going to push out another leaf soon. As much as I want to keep all of them, because I'm very much attached to my plants, but I do not have space. As you can see, we're running out of space, and I cannot keep a lot of duplicates at the moment. So I'm getting ready to let go of this plant and sell her locally. But yeah, this is the second plant from the same mother. And the last 2 plants, the top cut and another mid cut, were actually combined in one pot. This was the pot that I was hoping and planning to keep in my collection for myself. And I put 2 cuttings in one because I wanted a bushier plant. The main reason why I chopped it to begin with is because it was looking very leggy for me. Here she is. Oh no, carefully. Oh my gosh. Here she is now, you guys. Can you believe this? This is not even 2 years of growth. But look at her. The variegation is so beautiful and marbling, so balanced that I don't have to worry about it reverting for me in the future, I believe. And that's the good thing about getting this kind of variegation as opposed to the sectoral and the half moon that we all love. It actually had scale, but just like a couple or so, and it didn't show any kind of damages. I probably caught it early on, but I have it in pon. And yeah, so if you don't know, pretty much all of my plants are in the Choose Pon. It's my preferred medium, and it's what's working the best for me and for my plants. So yeah, this is it. My MONSTERA ALBO VARIEGATA. And so number 3 is right behind me. My Philodendron Splendid. I started this plant. I think it had four leaves at that time. It was a top cutting, and I got it locally. I have also propagated this plant because, again, I wanted a bushier and not leggy specimen. And here she is now. My goodness. I just recently extended its pole, so it's extra tall at the moment. And oh yeah, by the way, I've propagated her with single node cutting. We're talking like probably 9 cuttings out of this plant, and there are 3 in here. And look at her now. Okay, I cannot fit in the frame, but here she is. You get the idea. So there are 3 plants in here now, and she's coming in with another new leaf. So now I just recently switched to this bigger, fatter moss pole because I know it's about to be humongous. soon, so I am very very excited about that, and I'm planning on, yeah, just chopping and extending the pole. I'm gonna give my everything's okay. I'm gonna give my shot at that method, and I think it's gonna do great. This plant is the easiest dark velvet philodendron that you can actually have in your collection. It's in pond in this no drainage vessel, and it's loving life. I've moved her everywhere and it has not skipped a beat. She's the one that you don't want to sleep on. You don't want to miss out on this one. Again, my philodendron splendid, who is actually a hybrid of melanochrysum and gloriosum. Okay, so number 4. We are on number 4, and we're switching it up a little bit. We're going to alocasia this time. I know I have not shown any alocasia, have I? Yeah, I have not had any alocasia tour yet in my videos because I just have not, I don't have enough, I guess, and I have not cracked the code on caring for alocasia, so I am just beginning. Now I'm feeling more confident, and I really wanted this plant. This plant was on my wish list for a long time, and they have gone down in prices, so yeah, I thought it was a little less risky to add it into my collection, although I've had it for a while now, and I'll show a picture over here on how I got it. And yeah, very little in this cute little tiny pot. It was living in my IKEA greenhouse cabinet for a while, and the first few months was great. It did great. I'll show a picture over here of its glow up in the first probably 5 months that I had it in my collection. And then winter came and it was not happy. It didn't like winter at all. Plus, I also moved her to this cabinet right here behind me because I want to be able to check on her, and I want to be able to like display her because she's beautiful. But it's my Alocasia FRYDEK, and this is the variegated Alocasia mycolitziana. I know it's looking sparse at the minute, but oh my, this plant is so gorgeous. As you can see, it's very highly variegated at the moment, and it's making me nervous, but the new leaf is a little more green, and it has a more marble variegation, which I'm very very happy about. And this is one of the oldest leaf, that's why it looks like it's getting ready to go pretty soon, but it's hanging in there literally. But I am so excited that she's coming back and bigger. Also, I cannot wait to see this one with bigger foliage because they're just magnificent in my opinion. So stunning. I particularly love the ALBO one. I don't have the Aurea yet, but I don't think I'm going to get it, to be honest, because I'm hating Aurea at the minute. Any kind of Aurea right now is no good for my environment, no good aesthetically for me, so I'm staying away. And you should too, guys. Yeah, just a little advice. If you don't have very high light and warmth in your environment, you should stay away from Aurea variegations because they're mean. They're very mean. Okay, for number 5, we're halfway there. The number 5 favorite plant in my collection for the month of June is another Monstera, like I've already mentioned. I won this cutting from a raffle. For me to be able to have this in my collection, I had to win a raffle. How crazy is that? How lucky is that anyway? So it came from a purge, and this was early on as well. Oh my gosh, this plant has gotten so much hate, I think. Like, not many people are liking this plant because of the way it looks and the way it grows. And yeah, there were just so many scandal or like bad meme about this plant because of the way it looks. But for me, I like it, no matter how weird it may be, because man, it's just different look each leaf. Okay, so enough with the suspense. The plant I am telling you about is my MONSTERA ADANSONII mint. I think this is the Indonesian form mint. And from one leaf cutting, here she is now. Look! She's still looking very wonky and unaesthetically pleasing, probably for most of you guys, or for normal people. But look at, I need to show you closely how they look, because the leaves are looking crazy. Okay, this is an old leaf and it's a little bit crispy, but that's understandable. I'm gonna admit that in the beginning I wasn't really very happy with the way it's growing, because look, it's very sparse, right? But as it matures, it's giving like different character. Look at that. It's got a hint of silver that I didn't know about. It was, I don't know if the maturity has something to do with it, but I didn't know that can become like very silvery, and I am so happy that it's doing that. And right here, especially the newer ones. This plant lives in ambient now and our bedroom. Look at that. Look at how silver it is though. I know it looks weird. It looks like deceased. But it's very satisfying to watch. Look at this newest leaf right here. It's gigantic. Look at that. Look, it looks like a giant pea. Look at it closely. Oh my gosh. It's shiny and silvery, and it's got some weird holes. This leaf is going to expand, guys. Like, this leaf started like this as well, and look at her now. It's gigantic. So can you believe that? It's awesome. I think it's looking better as it matures, and very odd looking, but I love it. I'm here for it. I'm gonna give it another pull and we'll see it from there. I think is my plan for this plant. Again, my MONSTERA ADANSONII mint, and this was from Stephanie Chen. By the way, I just want to shout out to Stephanie Chen. Thank you for letting me have this in my collection. Okay, number 6, you guys, is another unexpected purchase, because I didn't know that I was going to be able to afford this plant ever. But since it's been tissue culture, this is the Philodendron Spiritus Sancti. Yes, I do. I mean, yes, I finally own this plant. I've had this for a while, and I got it as a rehab because I wanted to get it as cheap as possible at that time, and I'm glad I did. Okay, I did get a rot. While rooting it in pond, I did get a rot, and I had to chop it and repot this guy, but it's back since then. It's been happily growing, and oh my gosh, look at this beauty. It's starting to get longer and shiny. It's long and shiny now. Before this is one of the no, it's not the original leaves are already gone, and my goodness, We are looking at a longer boy now. And I'm so excited because the new leaf is already here as well, and it's looking very pink. And not that it's going to turn pink, but that's just how it comes out as an emergent leaf right there. And the petioles also has a little hint of red. And my goodness, I am like so excited to even have this in my collection, let alone grow it into like a mature one. I cannot wait. I am so drooling over people's Spiritus Sancti, like especially Benji's Spiritus Sancti is so beautiful. This one lives in the cabinet for now, but I'm gonna wait until it grows out of this pole, and then I'm gonna have to acclimate it outside because I know that the wing is going to be wide for this plant, but that's okay. I'm willing to make some space, get rid of plants if I have to, just to make room for this beauty. I cannot believe I own this plant, and I know that there is a variegated one now. I'm not even gonna wish for it right now. Like, it's not even in my wish list because I know that it's not gonna happen anytime soon. Not in another 10 years probably, unless they drop into like $100 per cutting, then maybe. So yeah, number 6, guys, is this gorgeous Philodendron Spiritus Sancti. Okay, we are on number 7 now, you guys. I don't know what's going on, but my number 7 is another Monstera. I know. Please hear me out. It's got such a bad rep as well in the plant community because of its cost back in the day and the way it grows. So for a while I avoided this plant also, but since the prices crashed and I was able to afford one, I thought I would add it in my collection, and I'm so glad I did because so far it's done nothing but good stuff for me. And talking about my MONSTERA ADANSONII tricolor, and here she is. My goodness. And the reason why it's in this top 10 is because of this newest leaves. These 2 leaves up here just grew so big, like compared to the previous leaf. Like, what? And it's so round and chubby. I think it's so beautiful. I mean, it doesn't have that much variegation on this one, but the newest one after that is so gorgeous. And look at the fenestration as well. It's got secondary fenestration already, and oh my gosh, and that is just for since attaching into this pole. And look at the back, look at how rooted it is. I hope you can see that. But my goodness, such a fast grower as well. And this specimen truly is beautiful, I think, in my opinion. Anyways, what do you guys think? But that is one gorgeous plant. And look who's here. Somebody's back. Uh-oh, we're on number 7, baby. We have 2 more, just 2 more. Okay, you want to say hi to your friends? You want to say hi to your friends?
Hi, your friends, Daddy.
You want to say, Daddy wants to say hi to friends also? Okay. Say, hi, this is Daddy and baby.
Hi, friends.
All right.
Okay,
Okay.
come on. Couple
Okay,
more.
let me finish just 2 more plants and I'll be done. Okay, again, MONSTERA ADANSONII tricolor. I don't know if it matters, but my theory is that the tricolor is actually it's better than the ALBO. I have the ALBO. I mean, I did have the ALBO, but it's back to a wet stick now. I'm fine because I do have this now, and yeah, another one that I'm happy to have in my collection. Okay, we're down to last two. Okay, number 8, actually last 3. What am I saying? Last 3 plants. Okay. Okay, I guess I'll show you this guy. This is my Anthurium Queen of Hearts that I got from Tezula Plants, and I was able to snag this one during the sale promo that they had, and it was in soil, and I recently moved it into pond in this no drainage vessel with leca at the bottom, and it's currently sitting here on this shelf in ambient condition, and I'm telling you, it's loving life currently. Look at that, it just pushed out this new leaf, and I'm so excited for it to open because I've never seen an emergent on this plant. So my goodness, it's done so well with the transfer as well from soil. You guys, this is from soil, and look at it go. This isn't even 2 weeks, I believe. So yeah, Anthurium Queen of Hearts. Such a toughie, I think. And wow, I'm very excited, and I cannot wait to give you guys more update on this. If you want to see the fully hardened leaf, do follow my Instagram, and for sure I will post updates over there. And I'm sorry about my daughter's freaking out now. Anthurium Queen of Hearts. Number 9 is Spontaneous, because she's right here, and I really wanted to show her off because this is my update on it's wet at the bottom. There's some kind of leak happening in here. Actually, I might have to address that, and I'm glad I saw it now. So this is my import from Ecuagenera. If you can remember, if you've seen my unboxing video, I will leave a link up here. Actually, over here. I always make a mistake on where I'm going to point. Anyway, so this is my Anthurium Luxurian cross with Forgetii hybrid, and oh my gosh, this plant is amazing. Like, look at it. It's got the shape of the Forgetii and the texture of the Luxurian. How crazy amazing is that? And that is a rare occasion, my friends. I was lucky to snag this from the live sale, but I have been looking for a, you know, like the Luxurian texture in a Forgetii with a closed sinus, and this is a closed sinus, and the one before that also has a closed sinus, and it's actually darker in color. And yeah, so this one is not even fully dark yet. It's not fully hardened, and here it pushed out this new leaf, and it's looking like it's another one that has a closed sinus, and I am so excited. And on top of that, it has a inflorescence right here, as you can see, and oh my gosh, I am so excited. Hopefully it will give out another inflorescence so I can like self pollinate it, because I have a Forgetii and a Luxurian that are actually flowering, and this is already a hybrid of them too. So I'm not quite sure what I'm gonna do yet, but since I've already mentioned my Luxurian having a flower, and yeah, that's gonna be my last plant for you guys. But anyways, before that, plant number 9 right here is my Anthurium luxurian forgetii hybrid. Okay, so for the plant number 10, like I've already mentioned, is my amazing Anthurium luxurian. And look at her with her flower. I didn't know that Anthurium flowers smell really good. This one, it smells really nice. I didn't know that. It's actually very fragrant. It's currently also has pollen to share right there, and I'm getting ready to collect the pollen, and I am still undecided on whether I'm going to pollinate my forgetii. My dark forgetii is currently flowering, but it's not receptive just yet. So I'm probably gonna collect this and freeze it, and hopefully some of my plants will catch up, and I'm gonna pollinate it with this pollen. So plant number 10, you guys, my Anthurium luxurians that I got from Ecuagenera, one of my first imported plants right here. And it's still here, and it's living the best life in my cabinet. And yeah, it's about to give me babies as well. Okay, I'm gonna give you guys an honorable mention. I know it's new. It's a new thing. I just decided right now because I forgot one plant that I wanted to show you. But this is also another Anthurium hybrid, and it's actually my Anthurium Ace of Spade cross with Papillilaminum, and this is the newest leaf that it has given me. It's not fully hardened yet, and the lighting is not doing it justice currently, but I'm gonna try to show better. But my goodness, this leaf is so dark. This plant is so dark, velvety and long. It's got both the characteristic of the parents that are just magnificent anyways in their own ways. Together, it's even like, I don't know if it's better, but for now, it's like very easy. It's just sitting on my shelf with the others, and it's throwing this huge leaf for me. So yeah, I'm here for it. Oh no, my grow light just died. So I guess right there, that's a good thing. Now you can see how dark it is. Look at that. So sorry about that. My grow light has a timer, and it turns off in the middle of the day because the sun is about to come, and this afternoon sun, I mean, because of the west facing window that I have. But yeah, this is my Anthurium Ace of Spade cross with Papillilaminum. Such a beautiful special plant right here. And that's it. I guess that's the end of it, you guys. Thank you so much if you're still here, and if you like this kind of video, please don't forget to give this video a like, subscribe to my channel please, and yeah, let me know in the comments what you guys think, which one is your favorite in this favorites of mine. So please do let me know in the comments, and I hope to see you on the next one. I appreciate every single one of you. Bye!